Okay, so today we're going to talk about pace charts. Ready? Okay. So pace charts are pretty great. They basically give you a weekly breakdown of all the things that you have to do in class. So they'll break down things like the readings you have to do, the e-sessions you'll have to attend, formative assessments you'll have to complete, and able to complete the summative assessments. Now what do all those things mean? Well, we'll go over those, but here's a pretty good idea of what you'll see in a pace chart. Number 1, there's going to be a blue area where you'll find our weekly e-session times and days, which is pretty great. They happen every week at the same time on the same day. 2, we have the purple assignments, which are actually the formative assessments, and we'll talk about those in a moment. And we also have the summative assessments are in red, and they're in red for a very good reason. Not that you have to do them in blood, but they must be done. Okay, so formative assessments really help us form our ideas about the week's work, and that's a really important aspect that they have for us. So for instance, let's look at this sample question. So who was the president during World War II? Was it A, Theodore Roosevelt, B, Dwight D. Eisenhower, C, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or D, Barack H. Obama? Well, did you guess C? Well, you'd be correct, which is great. Wait, you guessed D? Well, you're wrong if you guessed D. I mean, wait a minute. Let's look at this question here. Who was the president during the World War? Well, there's Roosevelt's and Eisenhower was the general. I don't even think so, Obama. Anyway, summative assessments are really what your final grade is going to be completely based on, and that's really important. So here are some examples we can look at. So first off, we can complete this discussion board evaluating a current event and relate the event to a chapter in your book. Wait, what's evaluate mean? Well, I don't know, go look it up in a dictionary. Okay, I did, Mr. Nowinski. It means to judge the value or condition of someone or something in a careful and thoughtful way, or to determine the significance, worth, or condition of careful appraisal and study. Whoa, that's pretty rad. Or you might see something like this. For instance, you might have to analyze this picture and answer, how does this represent the Great Depression? Or you might have to apply the qualities of the laws of diminishing returns in this real-life scenario. How much would you pay for a chocolate bar? Well, I guess like $1. What about the 10th chocolate bar that you have? 90 cents? Well, if these assignments are not submitted, we are going to have troubles. So, first off, assignments are going to be listed in the pace charts and detailed in the lessons tab. And each week in the pace chart matches a week in the lessons tab. Wait, where are these lessons? And where are the pace charts? I don't understand. Well, where are these things, you ask? To the interwebs! Alright, so let's take a look at our page. So we have our getting started, pace charts, live e-sessions, blah 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 blah. So first off, we have our pace chart here, and you can see that it details all the way from week 1 going all the way down to week 18. And you'll notice some things in the middle. For instance, you'll see our week 4 progress reports, which come out at about, sometime in mid-September. We also have week 8 progress reports, week 12 progress reports, and then the final grades here. And you can see those blue links with the e-sessions right here, the purple ones with the formative assessments, and the red ones with the all-important summative assessments. And we'll go over what these T1s mean later. So that's how we look at our pace chart. So by getting to our assignments, we have to go to our lessons tab. But there's also this collaboration tab, which we'll talk about at a later date. So in our lessons tab, it details our units. So for instance, in American history, we're starting all the way back from the beginning to about 1877, and each unit covers a certain period of time. So for Unit 4, we talk about the politics of the Roaring Twenties, as well as the life in the 20s. And in here you can see that there's a certain amount of information, including the objective, the vocabulary, well, there's all this other stuff. And so we also have two things. Number one, we have our formative assessment right here, and we can match that up to our formative assessment right here, taking and submitting the Chapter 13 test. And we also have the Week 17 check-in, which is right here, and that could be looked at through our pace chart as well. So the T1 check-in is the red one. This one has to be done, while the Week 13, or Chapter 13 Roaring Life of the Roaring Twenties quiz is right there. So this one is the formative assessment. And that's pretty much what those are going to look like in class, which is pretty cool. So remember, assignments are going to have very specific instructions that go with them. And in order to succeed, you're going to have to do the assignments to those instructions. Wait, so you got a question about the assignment? That's okay. You can answer the question in a couple different ways. Number one, use your brain power. I mean, that's the best part about eAchieve, is being able to deduce things all by ourselves. And two, you can always come to the weekly e-sessions. Well, how do we find out where the weekly e-sessions are, Mr. Nowinski? Well, that's pretty easy. You can look right here. Live e-session, Wednesday from 1 to 2. Your e-sessions will vary. We also can see that you could just email or call or bananagram or whatever you want. You can just ask the teacher. The teacher will know pretty much everything about the class, and they're very happy to help you. The important thing to remember is that doing all of these things, you will be a rock star at the eAchieve Academy. Brought to you by the eAchieve Academy.